In this video, we're going to talk about the crypto market right now, as well as meme coins and how they are doing. So we're seeing a little bit of green right now. I think some of the macro conditions are a little bit better. People get used to the new politics of the new US president, things like tariffs. So we might see some bit of green action here, especially with Bitcoin getting back to almost 90K. Ethereum is still pretty much down at $2,000. Solana 140, so getting a little bit better. As you can see, this price action, especially in the past 7 days, it looks like the bottom was around 10th of March, especially if you look at a couple of other coins, which we're going to have a look here. Things like Sonic, things like even some of the meme coins that I'm going to show you had this bottom around 10th or 11th of March. You can see this this whole dip. This was the moment where people really had all the hope it crashed. So that was basically 2 weeks ago from now. Now we're getting a little bit of price action that is pretty nice, but it doesn't mean that we're going to go back into the full bull market just yet. I think there are many uncertainties on the global level, so we're going to see how it works out. However, some of the stronger altcoins, and in this video we're going to cover meme coins, but some of the stronger altcoins when it comes to fundamentals, be that attention, so that's meme coins, be that different things like, for example, fees, how much revenue they're generating, so that's DeFi coins, and that's going to be a separate video. They're getting a pretty nice price action. We're seeing some of the altcoins that are getting really nice action, and in this video we're going to focus on things like Fartcoin. So I'm going to show you my portfolio, then we're also going to get to some of the meme categories here. You're going to see how it's going. Let me show you. If we go to here, you can see that the price action here, the market cap of memes is going up. Well, basically like everything else, but memes are especially a good indicator of how much risk people are willing to take. And it's not only about the memes that are the new, because you know there's always this strategy that you're only looking for the new memes. But looking at established memes, things like from Dogecoin to like Pepe to Bong on Solana, I think it's already doing a lot, because you can see that those coins, especially when the market is getting back, they're getting pretty nice price action. So if you're thinking what I'm doing, I'm basically buying Fartcoin at this point. I bought a little bit here on my BullX wallet. As you can see, this is my current portfolio. I'm rebuilding everything after I sold a lot. Now getting back into some of the memes that I like. I don't have you have to look at the remaining thing. I think that the most I have right now is Fartcoin, definitely. And if you were to look at the chart, well, from the bottoms, it did 70%. I think even more. Well, it did 2.5x basically, right, from something like $200 to $25 million to $600 million. So that's pretty substantial. It's almost 3x. And I've been buying along. I bought a little bit at the deep end of February. I didn't buy here a couple of weeks ago, but I've been. I want to keep on buying. I think Fartcoin is really what Pepe was to Ethereum. So Fartcoin is that to Solana, meaning that people will think about Fartcoin whenever they think about taking risk assets, a beta play to Solana. So if Solana keeps going up, probably Fartcoin will be as well. Of course, there are many competitors to that claim, starting with things like Bonk, you can or Trump. But if we were to look at the Bonk, for example, I think it's already past the well, the market cap is $1.2 billion. It's still much smaller than Pepe. I don't think that's recognizable like Pepe is, because Pepe is of course having this strong community and being used, widely spread on crypto Twitter and so on. Bonk doesn't have that, and I think it's not in that part when it comes to competing with attention. Same with Dog with Hat. I don't think that's similar to Pepe. Fartcoin is different, because Fartcoin is such an absurd meme that people in traditional finance were talking about that on crypto Twitter, and on Twitter in general, and we're probably going to see that coming back and back. because just the name is absurd, and there's the story with AI creating the meme and so on. So that's an interesting story whatsoever. So I think this is interesting. So what I have as in my portfolio, I was buying some MUMU. Still have a lot. I think MUMU will come back at some point. I think it has so low market cap, right? It's like not even $10 million. I have average price at 11. But if you look at what was the price action, at some point, MUMU was at $200 million market cap. So that's basically 20x from here. I don't know if that's coming back. I'm not sure I even will ride it to those like $200 million, but I think like there's definitely potential for a couple of X at least. And that's my thesis. Of course, nothing here is financial advice. Crypto is risky. You can lose all your capital and you have to be ready for that. I am ready for that. So that's why I'm buying that. Lockin is another great example of that. Market cap of $7 million. I just remember that, it was just recently, it was 70 million, but before that, you could see that it was actually at 120. Again, $100 million for Lockin. Great meme. Don't know if it's coming back. This is a much riskier one. MUMU is, for example, super active. Lockin is also active, but it can change in a moment. Attention is very fickle, and you never can predict where it's going. Other things that I have, Doge AI, I really like this one. It's basically, Doge for the Department of Government Efficiency. And this is an AI agent that tries to track what Elon and his staff are doing when it comes to the government work. So it's pretty cool. I think if this got to be retweeted at some point by Elon, this is going to be massive. It's going up and down. I think at the top that was around like $100 million, right, at the beginning. So that was a very good price action at the beginning, but then I think it will be coming back if the market is going to be good again. So I'm going to add to that as well. And then I have Pep, which is small Pepe. I think it's super funny. Bought a little bit recently, but basically, yeah, it was at the top around like $12 million. So that's a smaller meme coin, but definitely worth checking out. I think the meme is just super funny with like small Pepe. So yeah. And this one is pretty cool. So this is my portfolio for now. I want to keep on adding a couple of other things. The things that I'm looking at are, for example, Sigma is another example that I'm looking at, right? If I were to look at what's happening, again, this was at like $140 million market cap at some point. If you look at that, right now, $10 million. I think I haven't bought it yet back, but this is what I'm looking at. Also, what I have here is in the multi-chart, you can see that there are a couple of agents that I'm looking at. But there are many agents that basically went so much down. So, for example, you have Gold, $1 billion market cap, right now $63 million. I don't know if that's coming back. Might be interesting. Couple of majors that I'm looking at. So FWOG as well. This is the same category as MUMU for me. So I also keep on adding. However, it went so much down. I was buying, I think, like a little bit higher. At the highest, it almost went to $1 billion market cap, right? I think I was buying around like 200 and selling at 100 or something and it went even down. So that was a good call. I don't know how much down it can get. Maybe that's it. And we're going to see the revival. I think the memes and the quality of art is really amazing when it comes to the memes. So I'm basically counting on that, but who knows? PopCat, $200 million market cap was at billions, basically. So that's a crazy one, crazy drop. But maybe that's a good spot again. I'm looking at those memes. However, you have to remember that not all of the coins will resurrect. If you look at the previous markets, you can see that, for example, from 2021 to 2024, 25, many of the meme coins that were super popular back then didn't do anything, or they just went down, because those coins are the new coins, and people are always chasing new stuff. So you have to be careful what's coming back and do not reinvest everything in thinking that they will come back at some point. However, they might be. Another interesting category is, of course, AI, but I'm going to, again, do a different video about that, because it's not only on Solana. We're going to have a lot of action on Base. And another big thing is that I don't have here, but is worth checking out, is meme coins on Binance Smart Chain. So those are available at GMGN. You don't have them on BullX, but anyway, BullX is the best platform for trading memes. If you are trading memes on Solana, then definitely go with BullX. You have my link down below. However, if you want to go with Binance, then go with GMGN. You have my link also down below in the description. It's easy to discover, and you also have wallet tracking, and you can discover wallets that are doing pretty well. Anyway, what I was saying is that Binance Smart Chain is really where some of the action is, especially with the revival of after CZ got back to Twitter and started tweeting. Basically, broccoli is one of the memes that came back. There are a couple of broccolis, you just have to be aware. I don't know if that's the correct one. But there are a couple of broccoli after the doc of CZ, but there are many other memes that are coming. And one of the strategies might be that you just look at what's on the mobile app of Binance and see those tokens. Those tend to do pretty well. Or try to find people that are doing well and follow them. You can do that by going to Discover, finding some of the wallets and seeing, for example, what they're buying and selling. You can also copy trade them directly after you log in, or you can do that manually if you just want to see some of the price action. Of course, you have to be aware because there are many insiders here. So even if you look at the PNL like that of like 3000%, you never know whether that's just a sniper who managed to get super early in, or that's someone who knew about the particular token getting out. There are many different cases, but sometimes you can discover genuine people that are really great at trading, and this should be the people that you follow. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to the channel and see you in the next video. We're going to do a video about other stuff coming. Again, there are many things happening. I think in a period like that, you have to focus on the market because there's a lot of blood on the streets. There's a lot of people that lost a lot, sold for the loss. Many of the prices are still very much down, and it might be a good time to come back. Of course, you have to have a timeline in mind. I don't know whether that's going to be, golden bull run and we're going to have another year or two of wars happening, but we might have a couple good months. Again, we might have 1 month, 2 months. You have to just remember, I have that at the back of my hand, that there's this saying, sell in May and go away. And the reason for that is usually over the summer months, the price action is pretty stagnant, not much is happening, and you have to remember that. So even if you're buying now, either you buy for super long things, super long hold, so you're buying, quality, things like Sonic, maybe Parachain, Ethereum, Bitcoin, Solana, and you're just holding for years because those are good price points. For example, especially Ethereum and Solana, I think those are great price points, Sonic as well. Or you're trying to make it shorter term. You're trying to bet, for example, Fartcoin, but you're holding that for like 2 months, say. Because again, there's a risk that over the summer it will be even worse, and then we might see some better price action around September, October. Same we had last year, basically, or a year before that. Thank you for watching, subscribe to the channel, and see you in the next video.